IXXI, which is pretty fascinating, I think. And my question to you is it possible that David Rockefeller and the Rothschilds and the Bush family and all of the crazy things that are going on in the world, could it all be that these guys are working for the Jesuit order in Rome?
I don't think so. I think the globalists, through every major institution, have a philosophy of world government, a philosophy of socialism to condition and social engineer, and that's all building towards a technocracy. Really, today, it is a eugenicist cult that rules all the major former secret societies. But we did look up that ship that I guess they have part of at the Bob Bullock Museum here in Austin. I didn't even know that. I ought to take my kids down there. That's fascinating. Thank you so much for the call. Let's go to another caller here. Let's talk to Benjamin in Portland, Oregon. He wants to comment on the connection of gangster rap and jihad. I just continually see it pop up, and nobody seems to tie it together. Go ahead. Your take on that.
How you doing, Brother Alex? This is Benjamin. I'm also a close friend of Ricky Ross. He's a personal friend of mine. I also got locked up in the 80s with the crack epidemic in the 80s. And I just see what you've been saying, man. I talk to Rick periodically from time to time, and I see what you're saying about the how they're tying the rap music to this jihadism. And I was watching the news the other day, and I was seeing where they was talking about the people who did the shooting in Paris and how they went to a clip with these guys dancing in the streets, doing like a little video or whatnot. And then when you do turn on MTV, you see all the gangster rap. So it's a tie-in. And I just want to, I'm just happy, man, that we got men like you, man, to try to expose this thing. I'm trying my best to educate people. I'm staying in touch with Rick and just trying to stay on point with what's going on, man. I love what you do, man.
Well, God bless you, my brother. And I'll tell you, expanding on that, that was a powerful video that the real Rick Ross did, challenging the fake one, where he called him out for it. Imagine what hip-hop could do, because the beats are great. It's addictive. I like a lot of the songs. Imagine what could be done if it was a force for good, but MTV and others make sure that a lot of music that's a lot better, but anti-establishment, never sees the light of day. Good to hear from you. Let's talk to John in Texas. Tex in Texas just hung up. John in Texas, you're on the air.
Alex, it's a pleasure to be on your show. I want to say that first of all, and I've been listening to you for a while. But I wanted to share a couple things with you and with your viewers. If they may not believe that this stuff is really happening, I deliver to Dollar General stores all over the state of Texas. And the other day I was down at a store that literally right behind the store is the Rio Grande River, the border of the U.S. and Mexico. And literally I'm seeing people running across the border and getting away with it. I mean, I'm seeing this. I heard about it on your show.
No, I've been down to the border. I've shot video. I was down at Big Bend a few years ago. There was Border Patrol everywhere. Now it's just illegals just going right through, getting in vans, right there by the ranger station and just driving into America. Mexican plates driving right through the border checkpoint, 75 miles in. And they wanted to search us. And I was just like, are you kidding? And then the last time, they just waved us through. There is no border right now.
Correct. There's not. I know people that work with the Border Patrol and stuff, but that's a side note. But I'm seeing it, and I've seen them just walking across the Border Patrol there, not really doing anything about it, and them just coming across the border. Now, I drive truck, and a few years ago, I used to work for a company that I used to take freight to Canada and back quite a bit. Oh, forbid coming across the U.S. border when you're a U.S. citizen, because I'm telling you, they question you big time.
It is a proctology exam. When you're an American citizen, you are treated like trash. And it is incredible. Now, I came through once this year into Houston, and the guy was a listener, and he got so mad. He said, yeah, I'm supposed to search you and do all this stuff to you. And he goes, man, it's harassment. They do it to everybody. They do it to congressmen. He just said, I'm not doing it. And he stamped the thing and said, you can go through. But usually they go, oh, and they go, we're directing you over here. So, yeah, I mean, it is such a joke. Because, again, the internal police state system is only for us. It's sick, isn't it?
Yep. And, recently, I flew recently, and I got pulled aside for the extra screening, and, groping by the TSA. It was ridiculous. I wasn't really happy about it. It was crazy. Another thing I wanted to share with you, today recently, I was trying to get auto insurance quotes for my car, and I called and was doing some quotes, and they asked me for my name, they asked me for my address, and that's about as far as they got, and they started reading off information to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, how do you have this information about me? They knew my car, they knew my VIN number.
That's how the NSA works. They share it all for at least 12, 14 years. When you get a rent car, a hotel, you name it, it's all wired through. They know magazine subscriptions, if they have access to the full accounts. Everything is in there, plus disinfo. And then it allows millions of people who have access to it to harass and stalk folks with the info. Great points. We're going to go to Adam in Oregon. We're going to go to Betsy and Jim and many others straight ahead.
This hour brought to you by InfidelBodyArmor.com. When it hits the fan, don't be left without the body armor that will save your life. With prices starting at just $374.99 and ships free. Get yours at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Just won't quit.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
This is a serious topic for all men. Every single man listening may have a prostate problem if he lives long enough. That's right. All of us men may suffer from a prostate problem, like urinating more often, waking at night to urinate, or problems with intimacy. That's why every man needs to call for a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate, a non-prescription formula guaranteed to reduce the symptoms of your enlarged prostate. It's free. Pay only shipping and handling. Just call 1-800-964-7470. Prostate problems may not be an issue of if. They can be an issue of when. Super Beta Prostate's ingredient is clinically shown to reduce urges to urinate, reduce waking at night to go, and help improve intimacy. Call for your free bottle. Just call 1-800-964-7470. That's 1-800-964-7470. Call 1-800-964-7470.
Hey, Boomer! I learned in school today that 60% of our bodies are made of water. Good thing we have the Berkey system. It's the cleanest, best water ever. Mom says it's because the Berkey's filtration system cleans out the bad stuff and leaves only pure, delicious water. I know, right? You love it too. Yeah, I'm thirsty too. Let's go get some. Get Berkey clean water by calling 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Or visit GoBerkey.com.
The CDC just announced flu vaccines may have the wrong strain of flu virus. You may not be protected. Whatever your lifestyle, your immune system is critical, and Immudyne provides your immune support. Doctor recommended, stimulant-free, and not found in pharmacies. Go to Immudyne.com to find out more or to place an order, or call 866-257-8668. That's IMMUDYNE.com or 866-257-8668. Remember, Immudyne is key support for your immune system.
There's a product that we've put out that is a fusion of the most documented, well-known, cold-pressed, purified, ancient herbs and fruit extracts and plant extracts to boost immunity, wide spectrum. We have a limited amount. It was all we were able to produce last year. It came in December. I personally am taking it for myself and giving it to my children. It's called Ancient Defense. Harness the wisdom of the ancients. This is the tried and true, but it's a fusion of the highest quality at a very low price. Ancient Defense, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Let's go back to your calls. I'm going to go to calls till we're done with Adam and Matt and John and Betsy and everybody else. Then I will rampage next hour until our guest joins us through the other news I haven't gotten to. But I've got to play this right now because I kept mentioning it for the last hour and a half. And that's this clip. Britain's MI5 chief warns of al-Qaeda in Syria planning mass attacks on the West. That's al-Qaeda we armed and put in there. I mean, this has been debated a month ago in Congress. How dumb do they think we are? They're giving them arms airlifts. That's not a conspiracy. That's public. Forget speculating about stuff. There's so much real stuff, it makes my head spin. At least our military is awake and cares. I'm trying not to get mad, folks. It's just so ridiculous. It's like watching somebody bash their brains out up against a brick wall for no reason. Let's go to the clip.
Britain's security service, the MI5, has warned that al-Qaeda terrorists in Syria are planning mass casualty attacks in Western countries. The MI5 chief, Andrew Parker, says it is highly likely that Britain would be targeted. Parker said likely attacks are plotted against transport systems or iconic targets to inflict large-scale loss of life. The spy master also said
your fault when they do.
plots were foiled in Britain in recent months.
You were involved.
He described the level of terror threat to Britain
England
as
and France even more than the U.S.
Parker added that the threat is possibly posed.
Shut him up. Shut him up. Shut him up. These are the very people involved. MI5, not as much as MI6, helping all this happen, reconstituting, giving them a command base, giving them the heavy weapons. What are you going to do when they shoot down the airliners with Stinger missiles? I guess you think we're so dumb we won't point out you gave it to them. Obama, Benghazi. What does that say about the elite that they do stuff like this? Should be like murdering children on your front lawn on national television and not getting in trouble. Al-Qaeda, known as Syrian Free Army to confuse the public, has killed over 300,000 people in Syria, folks. You want to talk about jihadis? And nobody came to help them. At least our military wouldn't get on the ground and help. I'm going to throw up. Adam in Oregon, thanks for holding. Then Betsy and others. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to say that I am a long-time listener. I've been awake for 13 or so years, been listening for 10 or so. I've spent 4 years hitchhiking across the country, waking people up. I've written Infowars.com on thousands of bathroom stalls.
Awesome. As long as it's public graffiti area. I wouldn't do it on a nice, clean place, but if they let it go to hell, do it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Whatever you do, don't write it on Federal Reserve notes. That's really effective. Don't write on that. Don't write on money. Don't do that.
I'm a construction worker. I listen to your show every day. I blast it out to the people walking by on the street. And I love your show. I love you guys. And
we love you too, Adam. What's on your mind, brother?
And that's exactly what the point I wanted to make. That amidst all this terrorism, all this negativity, that aside from the physical war, we are in a spiritual war. The only way we're going to win that is to love everyone, even the terrorists. I mean, I'm not saying allow them to do it. I'm just saying recognize that they have a light within them.
They're mind controlled. I mean, they're absolutely mind controlled. I hear you. Keep it up, brother. Third hour coming up. Tell friends and family. Tune in. That's how we reach people.
For listening to
if you'll just do that, we can take the country back.
Visit
Show's big.
GCNlive.com.
Big. He's getting a lot bigger right now.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor just won't quit.